Sam Field's 73rd minute goal against Plymouth Argyle set QPR up for a desperately needed 3 points in the race to survival. That was until an absolutely shocking piece of goalkeeping from Begovic led to an Adomah own goal, meaning the points were shared at home park. There was real potential here for a QPR away win, and so it really does feel like points dropped. So as usual, let's chat through the performance, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe as well. After Saturday's blunder against Sheffield Wednesday cut QPR's gap to the relegation zone from 6 points to 4, it was absolutely vital that Rangers produced a quick response against Plymouth Argyle on Tuesday evening. I must admit I wasn't too excited by the 3 changes Marty made to the starting lineup, with Paul Smith in for Willock, Dykes for Armstrong and Fox in for Jake Clark-Salter. Although many of us had considered Saturday's team sheet our strongest, and that didn't exactly go to plan, so I was willing to give Cifuentes the benefit of the doubt. The first half was a pretty nervy but tame affair. Plymouth looked shaky at the back in the opening minutes, with multiple mishit balls from the keeper and defence leading to QPR gaining possession, with Smith enjoying a lot of the ball down the right hand side. It would still take QPR until 8 minutes to have their first effort, with Chair shooting well over the bar, and Argyle wouldn't produce anything of note until 15 minutes in when Whittaker hit the ball wide of the right post. With our 3 changes, the side played pretty differently. Playing out of the back was absent in favour of long goal kicks, and we were relying on singular sparks of creativity from Smith, Chair and Anderson to get going offensively. On 27 minutes, Elias cut into the box past 2 defenders and rattled off a shot, but that hit Scar in the back. While 2 minutes later, Anderson dribbled past right and burst into the box, flashing the ball across the 6-yard box, but no one was there to get on the end of it. Our best chance came on 35 minutes when Chair played an excellent ball into the box, with the bouncing ball falling to Paul Smith at the back post, but he blasted it wide when he easily could have squared it to Dykes in the centre. As half-time approached, QPR kept scrapping away, but they wouldn't muster a single shot on target in the first half. The best way I can sum this half up is Plymouth looked like a side that haven't scored at home in 5 matches, which they haven't, and QPR looked like a side that haven't had a striker score a goal in 6 matches, which they haven't. There were no changes at half time, but from 50 minutes onwards the match truly opened up. Phillips tripped in the creation of a Plymouth attack, Chair picked up the loose ball and drove at the keeper, but his shot went wide at the left post. 3 minutes later, Argyle top scorer Whittaker would go close again, forcing a save from Begovic from a free kick with a curling effort to the right hand side. On 54 minutes, Anderson was teed up for a blocked shot, the ball was cleared out of the box and suddenly Hardy was in behind. But Fox, who I have to say I thought defended excellently throughout the match instead of Jake Clark-Salter, shepherded the ball out of play. And it continued to be end to end because 1 minute later, Lyndon Dykes was hassling down the left hand side, cutting into the middle and playing an excellent through ball to Paul Smith in the centre of the box, but he shot straight at the keeper in what was a must-score opportunity. For the next 5 minutes, Plymouth dialed up the pressure, with Mumba forcing another save from Begovic, but the introduction of Chris Willock in place of Anderson soon swung play back our way. Willock, playing through the middle, was instantly involved and linking up with Elias Chair. On 63 minutes, he played an inch-perfect cross into the box to Lyndon Dykes, whose header came across the ball to Sam Field, but he completely fluffed the chance to put the ball into an almost empty net. Just 1 minute later, now back in the Rangers box, Hayden has blocked a Plymouth cross, but the resulting ball has fallen to Argyle substitute Bundu at the back post, and he looks certain to break the deadlock, but somehow his shot curved outwards when it really needed to go inwards. We kept going though. Willock and Chair kept chipping away, but the final ball was just missing. At this point, it looked like it was just going to be another day where we huffed and puffed but couldn't find the back of the net, until on 73 minutes that finally changed. It came from a second consecutive Elias Chair corner. The first was a threatening deep ball but was pushed out for a second go. The second delivery though found Jimmy Dunn, and his excellent header forced a good save from Cooper. Dykes headed the rebound and this one was surely goalwards, but Cooper saved it again. But it was third time lucky because there was Sam Field 2 yards from goal to scrap it into the back of the net. At long last, we'd broken the deadlock with 20 minutes to go, and what an absolutely huge goal this could be. It's not an attacker again, but who cares? That could be the goal that seals our survival or puts us well on our way to doing so. So now it's all about seeing the game out. And that's exactly why Marty's decision to sub Elias Chair on the 77th minute for Albert Adomah was so questionable. Closing out the game I can completely understand, but Albert Adomah, of all people, when you've got 3 defenders on the bench and you've got young Joe Hodge ready to give some fresh legs up in attack. Nope, I was not sure on this one. It's not just about Albert coming on either, it's about the fact that before the goal, Chair and Willock were really dialing up that pressure, and as soon as Chair came off, that pressure disappeared. And that meant that the pressure mounted up the other end. On 83 minutes, Mumba cut inside the box and forced another save from Begovic with his right foot. And of course, the inevitable happened from the resulting corner. A simple corner ball was floated in the direction of Begovic, and what would have been a simple catch for any other keeper trickled through his hands and fell to an unsuspecting Adomah at the back post, who, pressured by Bundu, saw the ball rattle off of his shins and into an open net. You couldn't make it up, could you? Captain Begovic, 36 years old, Champions League winner, probably our highest earner, making a mistake like that in an absolutely crucial game and gifting Argyle their first goal in 6 matches at home park. It's just pathetic keeping really, and I cannot wait to see the back of this keeper in the summer because he has offered so little to this side. The final 10 minutes played out afterwards, but you knew we weren't going to get anything from it from then. For some reason we chucked on Sinclair with about 90 seconds to go, but the 3 points were out of reach by this point. This bloody team. We're pretty much 20 minutes away from sealing our safety or putting ourselves in a very good position to do so in the next game or two. And then someone, in this case Begovic, has to pull that out of nowhere. I would say they just can't deal with the pressure, but it was just a simple corner ball. I'm not even really mad at Adomah considering it came off of his shins because Begovic just has to catch that. I've got to say though, that was a shocking decision from Marty. He's got so much right in his time and made some genius decisions in games, but this is just not one of them. The guy is nowhere near match fit. There were many other options that we could be bringing on, and that was not the right choice. The results weren't too kind either, with Millwall's win over Leicester moving them level on points with QPR, and Wednesday pulling level against Norwich after being 2-0 down, meaning that our gap to the bottom 3 has stayed at 4 points rather than a potential 5, or if we'd seen the win out, a potential 7. If Blackburn and Stoke pick up results tomorrow evening, we could find ourselves falling another 2 league places, although the gap to the bottom 3 will thankfully stay the same. I said in my preview this was a must not lose game, and we didn't lose, that's fair enough, but it does feel like a loss when we've dropped the points in this nature. And we've now made Saturday another nervy fixture to head towards. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Do let me know your own in the comments below. And if you have enjoyed this post-match reaction, then give the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel as well. It really helps me out. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video for my Hull City preview. Cheers.